Voters in 6 states will cast their ballots today in the Democratic race for president. It marks the first round of voting since the field narrowed to 2 major candidates, former Vice President Joe Biden and Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders. A total of 352 delegates are up for grabs today in the states of Michigan, Mississippi, Missouri, North Dakota, Idaho, and Washington. The biggest prize of today's contest is Michigan, with 125 delegates. Philip Crowther, international affiliate reporter for the Associated Press, joins me now from Detroit. Philip, welcome back. So Joe Biden goes in today expecting a strong showing, especially there in Michigan. Do you think he'll get that support?
It does look like it, according to the latest polls, at least. Of course, we always have to be a little bit careful with those polls, be it national or statewide polls. But here in Michigan, what the former vice president is looking for is a major turnaround, a big advantage, first of all, here in Michigan, a big difference between him and Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders, but then also that really big change compared to what happened in 2016, because here in Michigan, we have to look back at the history of the vote. Because first of all, in the primaries here between Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders back in the day, Bernie Sanders won against Hillary Clinton. There was too much suspicion of the former Secretary of State, and she lost here surprisingly. That is the big turnaround that the former Vice President Joe Biden wants to produce here. Of course, also a reason why we're looking closely at Michigan is because this is one of those crucial states that made Donald Trump president in the first place in 2016. One of those industrial Midwestern states where he sprung that surprise. That is also the type of momentum that Joe Biden wants to get behind him. He has got the momentum right now, of course, because he won in South Carolina, and after that, things went so well for him on Super Tuesday that we expect more of the same, essentially, from him. Certainly here in Michigan, not necessarily in all of the states that are voting today, but in most of them.
Well, Philip, this is really a pivotal moment for the Sanders campaign. What will it take for him to catch Biden's lead?
Well, it's almost a make-or-break moment for the Vermont senator. It would be another really big upset if he was to win here against the man who certainly Bernie Sanders would call the establishment favorite. Bernie Sanders has been campaigning hard here in Michigan over the last few days during a time when the former vice president, Joe Biden, felt pretty confident that he was going to get the win here, and so he moved on to other states that might be voting today as well or next Tuesday. But Bernie Sanders has really gone for it here and has criticized Joe Biden for his past record on trade, for example, for being a member of the establishment. So this truly is the state that Bernie Sanders will want to win here today. It's not necessarily a Super Tuesday, by the way, but a lot of important states are voting here. A lot of people are calling this a big Tuesday. It certainly is an important moment in the primary race.
Well, I know voter turnout really is going to be key there. What are you keeping your eye on? Is it the young voters, African-American voters, unions?
Well, look, there's a reason why we're here in this community college here in Detroit. As you can see behind me, it is largely African-American voters here who, first of all, largely vote for the Democratic Party. We always have to remind you that in most states, there is also a Republican primary going on, and there is one here. Not a lot of voters here coming out for Donald Trump or his opponents here on the Republican ticket, though. But on the Democratic side, of course, what we're looking to find out here is whether Joe Biden can get that support from the African-American community here in Michigan that he was also able to get in South Carolina, which then, of course, gave him the momentum to come away with those big wins in the South again on Super Tuesday. What Joe Biden really here is trying to get is a new type of electorate, if you will, African-American communities in the industrial Midwest, but also working-class white voters, for example. Joe Biden was at a auto workers plant earlier today trying to get votes there. Those are some of the crucial demographics that we are looking into here in Michigan that will truly decide who comes away with the win here. Again, the favorite to win this primary here in Michigan on the Democratic side is the former Vice President Joe Biden.
Well, Philip, thank you so much for your analysis. Philip Crowther, international affiliate reporter for the Associated Press. Thank you.
Thank you.